Mate, from like your time in the AFL and VFL system, would you say like there was much in there that sort of helped you like prepare for your college career now?
Yeah, there's a couple things. Like the obvious is like being in a professional environment. Like a lot of these, like I said to you earlier, like a lot of these boys are just local footy boys. So they don't have the structures of professional sports where you wake up 7 a.m., got to check in for breakfast, get treatment, mandatory treatment. If you're not getting treatment, even though it's not mandatory, it's mandatory. Like someone's taken note that you're not putting in extra work. Then you go on in out for practice, and then you come back in, you have lunch, and then you go on having your lift, and then you're going home. Very similar setup to over here. So just knowing getting up early, knowing, on time is late, knowing those little things, that certainly helped. The other thing that I was talking to someone the other day, and it's kind of similar to being on time is late, those little things. I think I was just really immature. I was a 19-year-old age kind of rookie listed player when I was drafted. I was just so immature. I think I rubbed a lot of boys the wrong way in the team, not in a bad way, but I don't think, I don't think I'm a terrible person by any means, but I think a lot of those guys kind of saw me as a cocky little kid that came in and thought he ran the joint, which at that time, if I knew I was doing that, I would have made a change. But I thought I was just being a normal kid. But in hindsight, I look back, walking into meetings 3 minutes before, and I got Scotty Pendlebury me off from the other side of the room and all the leadership group. And I remember getting pulled in one day and them going like, they brought in a couple of us rookies, and they basically were like, it's almost like a exit interview, but it was like a midterm kind of middle of the season. And I was like excited. I'm like, oh, I was playing okay. Like all it was about was how complacent I was. I wasn't putting in the work. We don't think you really want to be here. And to me, I was like, what? Like that is not how I would have thought I was going about it. I thought I was being professional. So that was a wake up call. And then getting delisted and speaking with, the late Matt Rendell, and he was saying, I was like, why did I get cut? And I was told it was because of injuries. I had a broken foot at the time, had some screws put in it. But he was adamant it was, being late to meetings. You just look like you didn't want to be here. You look like you didn't care. And that broke my heart because, like I said to you, if I knew I was doing that, I would have sat down and made a change like that. But you just don't know when you're 19. You just think you're doing the right
Yeah.
thing. That was a really tough lesson. And I've brought that over here and completely flipped the way I've gone about it. I'm always in the treatment room getting treatment. I'm always saying hello to everyone. I'm not walking down the hallway and kind of thinking I'm the big dog and ignoring people. And I'm very bubbly over here. I've made a boatload of friends. And yeah, they're probably the two biggest thing. But the second one is I think that was that humbling experience of like me thinking I'm doing the right thing wasn't the right thing. It was,
Mm.
it was the opposite here, and knowing I've kind of stood on those little secret landmines that have popped up in the AFL and VFL, and I know how to kind of do it. And that's, yeah, put me in good stead for my whole 4 years that I've been here. So